Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ASNA AYUNI binti JEPRE. My matric number is D2020109247. So for this assignment, our group have chosen IJM Corporation Berhad. So I will explain about the introduction of IJM Corporation Berhad. You guys maybe want to know what is IJM Corporation Berhad and what activity they do for this company, right? So IJM Corporation Berhad is one of Malaysia's leading conglomerates and is listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. The business activities for this company encompass construction, property development, manufacturing and acquiring, infrastructure concession, and also plantations. IJM Corporation Berhad was formed in the year 1983. The name IJM is derived from the name of three different companies, where I stand for IGB Construction Sdn Berhad was incorporated in 1981. Next, J stand for Jurutama Sdn Berhad, which was incorporated in 1970. Last, M stand for Mudajaya Construction Sdn Berhad was incorporated in 1965. As a result of a combine between three medium-sized domestic construction firms, which is IGB Construction Sdn Berhad, Jurutama Sdn Berhad, and Mudajaya Sdn Berhad, to better compete with larger foreign rivals. The company immediately achieved market recognition and started to establish itself as a well-managed construction company. IJM regional aspiration have seen it establish a growing presence in neighboring development markets, with operating presently spanning 10 countries with primary focus in Malaysia, India, United Arab Emirates, China, and also Indonesia. IJM Land Berhad is one of Malaysia's leading real estate developers, with high-rise apartments, commercial buildings, and extensive townships, all under construction in the nation's key growing zones. Their activities also include operation and management of hotels and recreation clubs, construction of residential, commercial, and industrial building.
Hello, my name is Julia Carolena and I will cover an overview to performance measurement, which is the purpose of mission statements and their roles in performance management. A mission statement is a simple statement of purpose that has either been supplemented or replaced with the mission of marketing or public relation tools. Thus, the mission has become an important part of managing the organization management relationship. It communicates the firm's identity to management. This is said by Lidesser and Kahuli in 1997. It is likely the management expects the publicized mission to be a clear and correct portrayal of the organization. Typically, the statement is brief, consisting of a single phrase or short paragraph. This statement has a dual purpose. They aid the staff in remaining focused on current activities, while also motivating them to consider new approach to accomplish the company objectives in a good and productive manner. IJM Corporation Berhad has a single mission, which is delivering today, building tomorrow, whereas to deliver sustainable value to their stakeholder and enrich lives with the IJM mark of excellence. Construction is IJM's core business. Since its formation, the construction division has been sculpting the face of Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia, and always committed to the highest standards of quality and performance. IJM professionals are foundation upon which they have built their name as international competitive builder. So the purpose of strategic, operational, and technical objective and their roles in performance management, IGM activated its group business continuity plan to mitigate and manage the adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic. The unprecedented health hazard derailed the global economy and caused disruption to its business operation, supply chain, and consumer economy, and caused consumer demand for their products and services. While maintaining strict adherence to the regulatory standard operating procedure (SOP), they adjusted to the new norms by implementing alternative ways of sustaining their business. To meet its financial obligation, they closely monitored their liquidity and cost management practice. They also ramped up digital communications and online work practices, and there was a marked increase in stakeholder engagement as a result. To serve customers better during these uncertain times, they modified their products and services. The pandemic held several lessons, and they helped shape the executions of the IGM Group Strategic Blueprint 2021 and 2023 that is currently driving the group forward.
Hi, my name is HELMI, and now I will continue our presentation about the impact of economy and market condition on performance measurement. So, the external impact on performance appraisal may have an outsized impact, while performance evaluation methodologies and approach surely contribute greatly to an organization growth and development. While assessing performance, they must also include the influence of economy and market circumstances, and well as the activities of rivals. So, furthermore, we can observe the IGM Corporation Berhad demand will fall if their competitors such as YTL Corporation Berhad or DRB Highcom Berhad begin decreasing and experimenting with low price as well as conducting a very effective advertising campaign. IGM Corporation Berhad was among the majority of business impact by the COVID-19 epidemic. Now, we are going to explain the impact of government regulation on performance. In addition to levying tax, the government can set a ceiling price for an item and a price for gasoline to lower usage. When SST is incurred on acquisition of goods or services and cannot recovered by the tax authorized, it is recognized as total sales and service tax in the revenue cost and asset of the IGM Corporation Berhad.
Next, we proceed with the performance analysis.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad RUSYDI bin ROSHIZAL. My batch number D20201092403. Okay, here we go. What I want to say is financial performance indicator are statistics that are frequently used to track the health, stability, and performance of different economic sectors. The values stem from their capacity to provide light on how various economic and financial indicators, such as debt, asset, liabilities, network, earning, and output, and relate to one another. In other words, they improve the analytical value of the statistic when viewed separately. In terms of that, the company had to measure these several things: profitability, liquidity, risk, return on investment, and residual income. Okay, here to look to measuring profitability, gross profit margin, net profit margin, return of capital employed, and asset turnover. In the 2021 is more better than 2020. Now we will go to the measuring liquidity, current ratio, quit ratio, inventory holding period, and receivable collection period. In this form, in current ratio and quit ratio, we can see in 2021 look better, but to inventory holding period and receivable collection in 2021 is bad than 2022. Okay, in measuring risk, financial gearing look, what I say is look good for 2021, and interest cover also like that. Return on investment, ROI, is a common method that being used to monitor the performance of investment center. This is directly linked with the accounting process, and it used to calculate using data from the statement of profit and loss. Okay, the advantages of ROI is better measure of profitability. Second, achieving goal congruence, and the third one is performance of investment division. Important. In ROI that we can see in 2021 looks better than 2020, and there is just a little bit of percentage we will go close to residual income, or RI. RI is an alternative method used to evaluate investment center. RI is measured as center profit after deducting the national or imputed interest or cost of capital. The advantages of RI is more flexible as the cost of capital applied. Second, investment earning more than the cost of capital are accepted. And RI overcomes the dysfunctional aspect of ROI and seeks to motivate the managers. Okay, for residual income, they are very big decreasing from 2020 to 2021, which is from the positive figure is going to negative figure, and it's look bad for the company.
My name is Nurul Syafwanie binti SARIFUDDIN. Next is non-financial indicators. A balanced scorecard is one of the strategies that we might modify to help the organization prepare for the future more effectively. The board should set the company's strategies and ensure that the necessary resources are in place for the company to meet its objective and review management performance. Key features of a balanced scorecard consist of a focal point on strategic subject applicable to the company's strategic aim, ensure that the necessary resources are in place for the company to meet its objective, and the usage of each monetary and non-monetary record to create strategies. The balanced scorecards enable top management to translate its vision and strategy into 4 groups of performance measures, which are internal business process, financial perspective, customer perspective, and learning growth.
Internal business process. The internal business environment of a business organization consists of basic business elements such as business owners, investor, employees, consumer, and supplier. These elements interact to ensure there is a sound framework for internal control and risk management. Secondly, financial perspective. From a financial standpoint, the corporation wants to make sure that it receives a return on its investment and control the major business risks. The goal can be achieved by bringing together the desires of all parties involved in the business, including shareholders and stakeholders groups. The engagement provides the financial capacity to sustain the growth. The work is to ensure that to having a strong understanding of the strategy, performance, and business fundamentals. Next, customer perspective. The customer perspective is going to monitor how the company handle or deliver the value of each customer using the service of IJM Corporation. Each customer going to give their opinion about the product or service that having the company to make company improve it and increase the satisfaction level of every customer. Last but not least, learning and growth. With almost 4 decades of success, IJM Corporation holds leading position across the core business in construction, property industry, and infrastructure. This is showing that the company tries to settle everything as soon as possible with controlling the quality of finishing some product or services.
Thanks to the help and encouragement of our beloved lecturers, Professor Madya Dr. Hartini binti Jaafar, the final outcome of this assignment was successful. This work would not be done if Dr. Hartini does not provide support and assist. We would like to express our appreciation to Dr. Hartini for her advice on completing this topic. Each of the members give full cooperation in order to finish this assignment and help each other. None of us are sleeping partners, as all of us share ideas and knowledge, and if there is any problem, we manage to solve it by discussing it properly since there are no conflicts or misunderstanding between us. And honestly, we really enjoy finishing this assignment project. We classify this construction industry by analyze the behavioral impact of performance measurement within the responsibility accounting framework. In this computation, we can learn more about the company on its management accounting practice and business environment. This task make us learn more about the explanation in detail about the financial performance indicator and non-financial performance indicator.